everyone, Sean here. I work as one of the model designers at B3, and today I figured I'd give a brief tour of my LEGO workspace as I've tried to combat the difficulties of not only both moving a LEGO collection, but also trying to restrict it to a more compact, manageable size. So without further ado, here is my pallet cube that I've made to try to work some of those obstacles out. So here I am at Avert Express. I'm about to ship this guy. It's all packed up, or not quite. I'm going to shrink wrap it with my motorcycle cover on top of it to weather protect it, but it's got the hinge joints, all the little panels come together, locks in place so that it doesn't slide around on the pallet. It's got the LEGO collection in there and a bunch of life stuff as well, you know, smushed in all the little nooks and crannies to try to hold things together. Oh, well, there it goes. Please come in one piece on the other side. Goodbye, life. So we've made it to the LEGO room. This is the office that it's going to be unfolded in. So we're going to bust it open, see if all the stuff on the inside has remained intact, as well as set up my new LEGO layer. Now, let's be honest, this is the part where 99% of you will fast forward to the end just to see what it looks like and then be done. So that's all cool. So you can go ahead and do that now. For the rest of you, I'm just going to be rambling on about various things and why I did some of the stuff that I did. So yeah, let's take a look. So now, for me to be perfectly honest with you, turns out that when I built these I mismeasured, and I was planning for them to be the exact length of a 6-foot table, and they turned out to be a little longer. So if I was to redo it, they wouldn't have 10 columns, they'd probably have 8, and then they'd fit on a 6-foot table. Oh wait, see those things I just put on, the 4 little wooden pieces that look like shelves? They kind of look like those shelves I'm actually putting on the table right now. Those go between the crates so that they're not sliding on top of each other. I'm going to stick this one on top right there, and it locks onto those 2 boards, just so that, you know, nobody's going to get squashed and die from, you know, the slick surface of the finish gliding. This can get pretty heavy when it's finished, and that's why I'm doing these top ones empty, because honestly it's just too hard to lift that much stuff that high. And I'll be sorting all these bins slightly different than the last place they were at anyway. The last formation, there were 3 stacked on top of each other and then 1 in the other room, and you know, that's the purpose of these, is they're sort of modular and you can build them in whatever format you want, whether it's one big long wall or an L shape. This one happens to be like an L with a little like peninsula off to the right. So yeah, just trying to set these bins up differently. Right now I'm in a serious quandary, life questions of whether brown goes before red or after purple in the rainbow. This is tough stuff, you know. It's tough stuff you gotta figure out for a color sorter. And yes, I am a color sorter, and by piece second, any color has like 10 to 20 categories that pieces are then broken down into, but in general, color sorting. And you will hear many a debate on this topic as to which one's better, but bottom line, it comes down to you, the person, and different styles of building, and we can talk forever about that. Right now, I just decided where I want sort of like the non-LEGO zone. I've got a bunch of D&D stuff, and like pictures and frames and books and like collectibles, and I don't want everything to just be one giant grid wall of Legos, so I just have 2 sort of windows of stuff that I like to put in between to just give it more personality. Now I switch a bunch of individual bins, make sure they're all where I want them to be. This part is tedious, but it has to be done. But when all is said and finished, this is the new LEGO room, or the Legoratory as some people like to call it. So yeah, we got the bed, projector, some bulk things on the side, we'll come back to those. Projector shoots on the wall behind the Nexonite shield powers, so take that down if I want to watch TV or Netflix or something like that. There's my shadow, and this is kind of the full setup. So taking a closer look, we've got the collapsible light box, so that's a portable like little magnet thing from Slowbeat. We've also, here I am editing this very video. How surreal. This section's sort of like all modified pieces, or just organized by piece type, but we've got, you know, trinkets and stuff in the non-LEGO zones, just to keep life a little less saturated. Speaking of saturated, here's all the fun colors. Started with dark red, and then red, orange / orange yellows, lime greens, dark greens, blues, all the shades of blues and purples, and then pinks there, and magentas, brown, tan, white. I mean, you get it. You know your colors. But I've got 2 columns for each of those sort of basic primary colors, and then this is the section where I've organized stuff by piece instead of color. So you've got a bunch of the snot bricks, a bunch of the Technic stuff, hinges, ball joints, stuff that doesn't usually matter what the color is because it's the interior structures. And then there's all kinds of like other fun goodies, games, cards, dice, books, and stuff like that. Over here we've got stuff like Craggle and scissors and letter making supplies, stickers, rivets, whatever craft stuff I've got. And lastly, we've got sort of a bulk brick section and maybe some like laundry bits and stuff over here. Just stuff that I wanted like more accessible than deep under the table in cardboard boxes. Well, there you have it. Thanks for coming on this little tour of my portable Lego collection. And yeah, again, thanks for watching.